guys, I hope you're having a fabulous day. Thank you for joining me. Today I decided to share my point of view and my thoughts on the new coronavirus as a chronic illness warrior because it's literally everywhere. Like, everybody's talking about it. I'm really surprised that I haven't seen any of the YouTubers that I follow do anything on it yet. I'm a little bit shocked just because it is such a big deal. So this, if you live under a rock and you don't know about the coronavirus, first of all, look it up. Second of all, it's a new strain. Coronaviruses are viruses that have been around for probably thousands of years. That is also your common cold. I believe the flu is also a form of the coronavirus as well. But this strain, they don't know much about, which obviously poses a problem when there are so many people sick with it. So the thought is that it came from bats. I'm not sure. There's like different things that I heard and read. So I'm not sure which story is true. I heard it's from people in China consuming bats, which I'm thinking is probably not what happened. I'm hoping. But I mean, culturally, it is totally possible. I do know that they eat things that I personally wouldn't eat because I'm an American and I think it's weird. Which, again, is just cultural because in America we just think certain things are weird, and I'm sure Europeans think different things are strange. So, and then the other theory is that somebody working in a laboratory had been dissecting a bat and didn't clean their hands and then infected a human somehow. I'm not really sure like what they did when they were helping the human. I would assume that the human had to have had like some sort of open wound or something for the virus to enter. Regardless, it doesn't really matter because here we are and thousands of people are dying from this coronavirus. And I feel like it's like on a spectrum. There are people who are completely freaked out and paranoid, like, oh my gosh, you can't go into public. And then there are people who are like, oh my gosh, the media is crazy. They're just trying to panic people. They don't need to be talking about it. It's not a big deal. Or I've even seen some Christians go, I'm just praying against the coronavirus. It's not going to come to America. That doesn't work. Doesn't work that way. We're in a fallen world. We'll just leave that there. But there's been a lot of panic and a lot of different opinions on this one virus. So, as a chronic illness warrior, my concern becomes, okay, these symptoms, guys, are so stinking vague. Oh my goodness. It's fever, stuffy nose, I believe coughing, and I think that's it. It's like congestion, which, if you're listening to me, those sound just like cold or flu symptoms, which, if you're a chronic illness warrior, this also translates into flare symptoms, because I don't know about you guys, but I get like my sinuses and my throat, everything is affected when I flare up. Like, especially in the beginning, I'll get like a really sore throat, my ears will bother me. I'm like, okay, like, am I coming down with something, or is this the start of a flare? It is so hard to tell. So that is my number one concern with the coronavirus, is definitely, for me personally, being able to identify it. Like, okay, when do I need to go and get medical help, medical attention? Because those symptoms, honestly, they would not raise a red flag to me. It would not tell me go get checked out, go to the hospital. The Lupus Foundation is working on getting people with chronic illness, specifically lupus, but I feel like it does translate into the chronic illness community, on how to better handle and be equipped and prevent and all that good stuff. So definitely when I'm out in public, I always wear my mask. Now I just get more weird looks because of the coronavirus, which is great. Everybody looks at me and in my head I'm always like, yeah, I'm not wearing this because I'm contagious. You could be carrying something. And I don't want to sound mean, but that's just reality. Anybody can be carrying something, especially now. Another precaution that like my family is taking at this point in time is when we're out in public, like at Walmart or at the supermarket, which is Weis for us. We're wiping down the cart, and like I wipe down like my. Sorry about that, Abby just shook the camera. Thank you, Abs. And I'm wiping down like my steering wheel and stuff because I use the wheelchair. So that is definitely something that I would recommend. If you have chronic illness, I would just take extra steps like you would to prevent the flu. Because for me personally, I'm allergic to the flu shot. So even if they come out with a coronavirus shot, I don't even know if I would be able to handle it. I don't know if it would be something that my healthcare team would be comfortable with me taking. I mean, there's just a lot of questions in my head around this virus. And I think it is good to be educated on it. I am definitely not in the crowd that thinks, oh, like, it's no big deal. Don't even, like, think about it. I think that knowledge is power. And I think that knowing stuff to prevent it or knowing how to recognize it, it does make a huge difference and it can save lives. So, but again, like I'm definitely not panicked. It's something like, we talk about, as a family, but it's not, I wouldn't say it consumes us at all. It's just like same precautions, like I said, as the flu, lots and lots and lots of hand washing. I also picked up hand sanitizer to have on hand. I did pick up an extra box of gloves just to have on hand because the other concern for me listening to the news is definitely becoming my supplies. That's definitely a concern because they're saying they're seeing supply and demand in the medical field issues already. And that's not something you want to hear. So that's definitely like a little bit nerve-wracking because like in order to access my port, I need like obviously certain things. Gloves are very important for everything, although they need to be sterile for my port, but I do use them quite a bit. So having an extra box is good. I have extra masks in case anybody in my family like is getting sick or feels like like run down or anything in a situation where they feel like they would need a mask. I'm not really sure how many of them are going to wear it, but it's there. We have it. I mean, and other than that, it's just, keeping up for me with my normal routine of stuff. The other thing I heard, and I don't really know how true it is because again, the virus is new and there's a lot of wrong information out there, I feel like. Somebody told me that drinking water helps to prevent the coronavirus. It prefers dry, like incubators, so to speak. So if your throat and all is like super dry, it's easier for it to, I guess, come in, or it's easier to catch, or something or the other. So take it for what you will with a grain of salt, would you? But hydrating yourself is always a great idea, drinking extra water and, eating healthy, all the typical stuff. So bottom line, yes, I am a little bit concerned because of my chronic illnesses and I'm at an increased risk. And I know that it's difficult for my body to fight any disease or infection or virus. So that's kind of my thoughts on chronic illness and the coronavirus. I guess we'll just kind of see if there'll be a follow-up type video. I am going to ask you guys for something that I don't think I've ever done this before an appointment. I have neurology Wednesday, guys, again. I've lost count of how many times we've done this. It is ridiculous. It's getting to the point that my symptoms are very scary and nobody knows what to do or how to help. All my other doctors just keep saying they hope I feel better, and I know they're all just hoping something doesn't happen. I don't end up in the hospital because I'm starting to get to that point again. My abdomen is swelling. I'm just going downhill in so many ways at once. It's frustrating and it's scary. So if you all can just Send prayers, send positive thoughts, positive vibes, whatever. Just that this appointment will go well, and this can be the neurologist who will be okay being on my case and will stick around for the long haul, because I need a neurologist at this point. All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I am hoping and praying the video you will be watching Thursday will have some awesome information and updates on this neurological stuff. I am having an EMG. As long as permitting the office is clean, then we're a go for my EMG. All right, guys. I will see you guys Thursday. Have a great week. Bye.